Hi everyone, welcome to Tangle with Tracy Anne. This week I suddenly had a thought about leather, and it came to me when I was training to be a teacher. I did a course on leatherwork and carving designs out of leather, and I thought, I wonder how that would work on a tile. So let's see. For this project, I'll be using a pencil, any pencil. I'm only using it to draw the border, a brown Micron 01, a brown watercolour pencil, and a paintbrush to activate the watercolour pencil. I'll be drawing on a tan tile, and for my main project, I'll be actually using a Zentangle tile. If you're not familiar with leather carving, I've just googled leather carving patterns to give you an idea of the designs used and what it actually looks like. To create these designs on leather, you use a variety of tools including cutting tools and stamping tools. The pattern is carved out and then the background is actually stamped down. So here's a close-up look so you can see that relief effect that it gives. Before I begin, I'll demonstrate a couple of the patterns. So here I'm drawing a flower. Draw one petal and then add petals so that one side is a curve and the other side is more of an S shape. Then go back and on that curved side, draw a little overlap as if the petal is curling over. Fill the center with a whole series of tiny orbs, and then to create a little bit more texture, add some little lines around the outsides. Often the stamps do have that little stippling effect to them. Draw some lines on the petals, and then around the edges of those orbs I'm just going to add a little bit more weight with my brown pen. To make the flower look like it's a relief pattern, I'm going to fill in the background with tipple. Because I'm going to use watercolour pencil, I'm going to erase any of the border that comes within my petals. Use a brown watercolour pencil to outline where the petals overlap and also under the edge where it curls over. Add some little flat patches to the petals. Then finally shade in that background to make that tipple recede even further. Once you've finished with the shading, use some water and your paintbrush to activate that watercolour pencil. It's a very subtle shading and it will fade as soon as the paint dries. After the paint is completely dry, I'm going to use my Micron 01 and go back over the line work to make it stand out a bit more. Within all the leaf work, you often see these scrolly kind of patterns, and they're often highlighted with little curves that look almost like a nautilus. You could use any kind of leaf pattern really. In one of my designs, which I'll show you at the end of this, I use the pattern Icanthus. So as before, add a few little lines within these leaves, and of course the curved lines around that scroll pattern. You might highlight some sections by adding finer details, and then finally fill the background in again with tipple. Whenever you have a leaf that has a little bit of a V shape, you can bring that V within the leaf and bring it down, echoing that V shape, and that gives the impression of a bit of a fold to add more contour to the leaf. You can see that I have done this here, but you'll notice it more when I do the final project. There it is, just there. Continue adding your shading. If you accidentally make a little bit of a mistake like that, you can erase it before you actually add your water, and that's the beauty of watercolour pencils. So when I'm finally happy with the amount of shading I have there, I'll come back in with my water and my paintbrush and activate all that paint. Again, as before, once the paint's all dry, I can go back in with a micron pen and highlight it a little bit more. These are just a couple of demonstrations to get us warmed up, ready for the main project. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, do that so that you don't miss out on future videos. And if you'd like to become a member of my Facebook group, there's a link below this video. So until next week, stay safe and bye for now. If you'd like to see more of my videos, head over to my YouTube channel, or there are a couple here on the screen that you could click on now. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button.